Hey, it's Paul here on The Friendly Viewer. After each month on this channel, we share what's going on behind the scenes as well as our stats. Consider subscribing if you're enjoying along with us on this journey. This past month, I came up on a big milestone, and because of that, today we're going to be talking about views. This past month, I was sitting on a plane as we were boarding, and I checked my YouTube stats and noticed I was 22 views away from a major milestone. And right before the doors shut, when I was going to have to shut off my phone, it rolled right over to 1 million views. I was able to capture that, and I was pretty excited. Because of that, we're going to take a step back and talk about the psychology of views. I understand that 1 million views for a big YouTuber isn't that big of a deal, but for a small YouTuber, that's a lot of views. And when I start to take a step back and really look at it, if I think of a person actually watching my video with each of those views, it seems like even a bigger deal. And I know a lot of YouTubers struggle because they don't have those big numbers that they see with those big YouTubers, and those are the videos that always seem to pop up, and it kind of looks at, well, your channel's not doing well. So put it in perspective. Think of a person watching your video for each of those views. Now, if your video has 1 view, and it was probably you checking out the video to make sure it uploaded properly, I'll admit that is a little bit sad. But if you get to say 6 to 10 views, think of that as a meeting room, and you have shown that video to the people in the meeting room. That's something. If you get up to 100 views, now you have maybe a large classroom that you've shown that video to. That's getting to be something more. If you get up to 250 views, you're talking about a whole movie theater watching your video. Get to 1,000 views, now you're talking about a large auditorium of people all watching your video. That's getting to be a bigger and bigger deal. Now when you get up to, say, 10,000 people, now we're at a whole concert of people all watching your video. That's a lot of people. And then once you go up from there, talk about 20,000, 30,000, even 50,000 people. That would be a whole Major League Baseball stadium just watching your video. And that's a big deal. I have 2 videos that have over 100,000 views on them. Just to think about a whole baseball stadium watching those videos is just mind-boggling to think about. So don't get so disappointed and wrapped up in views, and keep putting out good content. And the other reason for that is because you never know when your video might take off as well. And one example I have is the Zing Thumbchucks review I did. I thought the video was decent quality and would take off a little better than it did. In the first month, it had a little over 300 views, which is all right. Some channels would think that's really good. I thought it was pretty poor for the video and how popular they were at the time. The next 3 months, so a quarter of the year, it had a total of 1,000 views. Again, not too bad, but not what I was expecting. And then out of nowhere, it took off, and now it's at 80,000 views. How it happened, I have no idea. I haven't been able to track through and understand why it happened, but I have a lot of videos that go that way. I'll put them out there, and they'll just sit there stagnant, and all of a sudden, they'll take off out of nowhere. So don't be disappointed when a video doesn't take off right away either. Again, this is all gets in the psychology of it, and just be appreciative of those people that are watching your videos and the views that you are getting. Let me know in the comments below your perspective of views. There were a lot of great comments this past month, but many of them were asking when I'm going to put out more content or post certain videos. That plane I was getting on while I was checking my stats at the beginning was the reason why I couldn't post more content this month. And there was a little bit more to it too, and I'll explain. But one of the comments that I laughed at was a complaint saying that I was just trying to get famous on YouTube and I shouldn't be breaking things. And it was referring to this video here where we busted apart kind of what's inside style, a Keurig at the end, and I enjoy making videos with my son and letting him get on the video creation process and teach him how it all works. So we had a good time doing that. Well, their complaint was that I should be going out and helping people, and it was a little ironic because one, the Keurig was broken. It was unfixable. It's been broken for about a year and it's been sitting around. We're getting ready to get rid of it. And number 2, I was out in Haiti on a construction medical missions team while that video is posted. So I was trying to help people actually. So that was a little ironic. I know they don't know what's going on behind the scenes here, but the comments always just crack me up. So the reason why I didn't post more videos though is when I got back from that trip from Haiti, I was pretty ill actually for about a full week and a half to 2 weeks. And then I went on another trip, which I'll talk about in my next month's video. But anyways, I've been kind of out of commission almost for 3 weeks straight, and I was able to sneak in a video here and there, but that's pretty much it. So sorry about that, but we'll try to get some more content rolling here shortly. Please keep those positive comments coming. I really enjoy them. This month, I'm adding a new segment to the monthly update where I spotlight a YouTube channel that I'm following. And this month's channel is Benjamin Brandon. Salutations. That channel is a great one to follow if you're new to YouTube, if you want to look at how to make YouTube videos or do photography. He does a lot of good tips on there, and he also has a series out right now that he's just releasing on how to make good YouTube videos. I'd highly suggest watching it. It's also interesting to see how their workflow goes. I think he's really an up-and-coming YouTuber, so go check him out. I'll put a link in the description below, and I'll put something maybe at the end of the video so you can check him out as well. All right, now let's get into the stats. We had 160,000 views this past month for a total of 1.1 million, which we already talked about. Watch time held steady at 360,000 minutes, for a total of 2.4 million minutes. Additional subscribers went up 535 for a total of 4,693. And revenue continued to climb if you ignore December with $232 for a total of just over $1,800. As usual, I was very happy with the results, and it'll be interesting to watch where the channel goes over the next couple months since I didn't put as much content out there. One little note about behind the scenes as well. As most of you know, I'm using a Canon 80D, which is this camera right here, to film with. And also, some of you know that the Canon 80D was broken that I was using. I kept waiting for a perfect time to send it in, and I thought, well, while I'm gone in Haiti, because I was planning to just use my phone for pictures there, that I could send it in and get it fixed. Well, I was kind of lucky right beforehand. I was at my son's basketball game. The camera was sitting on a chair, and it slid off and hit the floor really hard, and I thought, oh no. Well, this camera's been through a lot, and it actually fixed the problem. So I was able to get the lens off, so I didn't have to send it in, which is a great deal because it was probably going to be pretty expensive to get fixed. So you may notice that now I can use my macro lenses and all those other lenses again, so you'll probably see that hopefully in the video quality, although the lens that was stuck on it was a pretty darn good universal lens, so maybe you won't notice anything. This has been Paul with month 15. Thank you for watching.